My name's Matt Day. I'm from Matt Day Architecture. I was engaged by the owners for this house as the design architects, and I also supervised the construction throughout the process. And that was a 3-year process, more or less. So at the time, this was probably what you'd call a typical inner-west sort of house where the back of the building had no connection to the rear yard at all. It had a kitchen with a pokey window and a laundry, and their living room was sort of in the middle of the house. And the main brief was to sort of turn that around and have a combined kitchen, living, dining out to the rear yard. Essentially, the house is what you call a passive solar house, which means that you want to heat the house in winter and cool the house in summer using as little energy as possible. So up above here is shading devices that are specifically designed to allow winter sunlight and block out summer sunlight. All the glass is double glazed, and that helps reduce heat loss during winter. It also helps to block out additional noise. We chose timber window frames because basically timber is a carbon sequestering material, so it's a material that absorbs carbon. And then a lot of the finishes, they either have oil or they're natural finishes. And that's to kind of reduce the toxicity of chemicals that you put on materials and things. In terms of the floor concrete, they act as thermal mass. So what happens is that during winter, sunlight that enters the building is absorbed into these materials. And then at night, when the temperature drops lower than the temperature that it is on the inside, the heat comes out of these materials and adds additional heating to the building. And then it acts the reverse in summer. There's an Energy Star rating, and this house is around about 8.5 stars for this rear section. The front section is a little bit lower. That's understandable. That's traditional house, and if we were to raise that to sort of say 8.5, we would have had to destroy a lot of the historic period finishes and things, which was something we didn't want. And so then that actually then guided how you organised the house. And so bedrooms obviously went towards the south of the house in the older section, and the living areas went to the new north part of the house. I think in this particular case, the style sort of emerged through a lot of the brief of being sustainable. So the materials and the shape of things all came from trying to meet that brief. So, you know, like exposed steel, for example, that's galvanised, you never have to paint that. It's completely maintenance free. And that was something that sort of developed over pretty much looking at sort of durability issues and choosing a material that's going to last as long as possible. My favourite thing is that the living kitchen dining is an amazing room. It's super tall, it's well connected to the outside, and it's got a great thermal comfort inside. It's just really comfortable to be in all the time. So it's kind of, you live in the inner west and it's a busy lifestyle and there's traffic around, etc. And you come back to your house and you want some sort of kind of oasis. And this room sort of acts a lot like an oasis.